everyone. It's Julie and Olivier
Yeah.
coming to you from the exotic location of our living room.
Yeah.
We're home from Europe. We're rested and recovered, and it was the trip of a lifetime.
For sure.
And now we're ready to do another video.
Yeah. I've been ready.
We didn't agree on the title, so it took a little bit of...
And she's probably going to have her way as usual.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's okay. Yes, so basically what came up as I was thinking about us and marriage and love and all this was making America great. Interesting. Not making America great again, but making America great. And so as I was pondering over this, typically when we think about the greatness of a country, the first thing that comes to mind is obviously how well is the economy doing? How well is it doing? How low the unemployment is? How healthy basically the market is? How great or how big the size of the military? And but here's the deal: I truly believe that greatness starts elsewhere. And it starts elsewhere as I was meditating on the fact that your creator, my creator, said, Jesus, the Son of God, that a kingdom divided against itself is brought to ruin. A kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And then he proceeded to say that if a city is divided against itself, if a household is divided against itself, it cannot stand. So a kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. A city and a household divided against itself cannot stand. So by a process of retrogression or simplification, he's basically saying that a kingdom is divided because its cities are divided. The cities are divided because the households are divided. So if we flip it, a kingdom is great because the cities are great. The cities are great because the households are great. So in this time of, obviously, as you know, elections, race to the White House, people are going to start to look up to the candidates to make sure that, hey, can you make America great? We want America to be great, or we want America to be great again. Well, here's the deal. Based on what I just shared with you, as far as I'm concerned, this is where it starts, right? Because if it starts here, if unity is here, if greatness is here, and greatness and unity is at the neighbor's house, at that other house over there, in this city, in that other city, then before we know, because unity, because love is in each house, in each household, in each city, then greatness also is in the nation. So how can we do that? Well, we can do that. I want to do that by simply inviting in this household the kingdom of heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is a kingdom of love, because it is ruled by love. It is ruled by the God of love. And if we invite the kingdom of God right here, and other households do the exact same things, then, and the cities do the same, then the nation, before we know, will be ruled by love. And what does the scripture say? It says that love drives out fear. So the nation will be able, America will be able to live strong and be great and drive out fear, meaning that love will be able to drive out any decision, economic decision based on fear. Um, Love can drive out any political decision made out of hatred. Love can make or drive out any uh, business decisions based or made out of greed, because in this household there is no greed or envy, because we support each other, because love believes the best and love wants to support. So if it's the same in this other household, in this other city, then when a decision is made at the nation level, then the decision, a political decision, business decision, is not based out of hatred, out of dislike, out of disgust, because in here there is none of this. So, yeah, okay.
So I was wiggle, 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 so I could talk. No, so that just goes to show so he's talking about it from, the White House or the nation as the kingdom, but I would also venture to add or to say that the actual kingdom or queendom is your household. That's the first one. And from there, it trickles out. So we've heard of that trickle down effect from the top to the bottom. But I would say the top is not the nation. The top is me and you. Mm-hmm. The top is us. Our house is the top. And from there, our kids are affected, our families are affected, our neighboring households are affected. And even though their unified kingdom may not look exactly like ours, because maybe they don't have this, they don't have the same, they don't have the same circumstances. So their circumstances and their lives are going to be different than ours. But if theirs is based in love, I think is what you mean. If theirs is based in love and ours is based in love, and if love is the fundamental foundation of the households, then the cities are affected, the states are affected, a nation is affected, government as a whole is affected. But I would say that the most important kingdom is between the two of us. That's the fundamental foundation of everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, however you want to take it, right? I said the kingdom. The kingdom. You break it down in the city and then the household, and the beauty of marriage again. My beauty is like, well, you know what? The kingdom starts actually right here. And she's also right. The kingdom is within us. And when the King of Kings, when the Son of God says that the kingdom is united or is not united, is divided, is because the cities are divided, because the household is divided. What he's in essence saying is that the kingdom, let's see, the big nation, is made of this kingdom, right? So that's that. So what we want to do is to love at all costs. I want to love her at all costs. Yeah, how couldn't I, right? So to love her at all costs, and she wants to love me at all costs, because both of us, we understand that we were loved at all costs by the Son of God. We were loved at all costs, and we are loved at all costs. So when we have that mindset, when we have that understanding, we can't help but spread this, but it starts right here. It doesn't start by looking up to now this politician, that politician, and this, and by all means, you vote and I will vote, and that's all fine. But again, even politicians, they have their own household. And the decisions that they make those decisions influenced by whatever happens in their own households. So if love is here And if love is in your house, and if love is in somebody else's house, then the city, it will be made of love, out of love, and then the nation. And as I broke it down earlier, all the decisions made will be made out of love. And love believes the best, and love promotes people. Love drives out bias, and love destroys exclusion. But where does it start again? It starts right here. It doesn't start at the White House. It doesn't start, in the Senate, House of Representatives. It starts right here. So that is, very quickly, it's so beautiful how God is, because here I am just thinking of us, of the love I have for her, of marriage, and he just brought this, to my heart, making America great. How he connected the greatness of a nation to the love of a husband for his wife, and the love of his wife for her husband. They're connected. So go ahead.
Yeah, rather than saying that through hatred. Make America great through hatred, but actually through loving your wife. That's really nice. Yeah. And going back just very quickly to the idea of the kingdom, and if it's divided, it will fall. Thinking of what does that mean for the king and the queen, knowing that at all costs they have to preserve their unity, and that what their love says for each other is what has to stand firm forever, versus what their love for something outside, or thinking what other people may think, or the opinions of others. Because once you establish a kingdom, you are going to have things that rise against that kingdom. That's just inevitable. So if the kingdom is united and stand firm in their love, then when something comes against that kingdom, it's like flicking a gnat off of you, or, swatting something, versus having to pull out the full military cannons and things. The battle is just, flicking away an irritating gnat, because you know that the two of you are united in your kingdom.
That's powerful. Yeah. You're protected. Let's protect.
Yeah, you have a fortress. You really have a fortress around that, and you love it above all and at all costs. So what happens for our household, for the two of us and our two kids, that's number one. And there will be people who don't agree with that, and it's usually people who love you. And because we can be rooted in the love of this kingdom/queendom, then when those that come against it, even though they mean well, they come against it, we're able to deal with it in a way that is still loving. Yeah. For the most part. I'm sure I kind of go off the rails here and there, but for the most part, the decisions that we make and the things that we say are based out of love, because that is the fundamental premise, foundation of what this kingdom is built on.
Jesus, the cornerstone, he is love. So there's no choice there. There's no choice.
Even when we're mad.
Even when we're mad. Those rare times that we're mad, that we can be mad. And thank God, because, it's once a year maybe. Twice a year, the most, right? Something like that, but we don't get mad.
We'll leave it right there.
Yes, so she disagrees. Again, here we are, So
you get mad more than I do, but I have more reason.
That is a topic for the next video. Oh, okay. Boy. Okay, well, I'm glad that we got to share this with you guys. And as I'm used to saying, until next time, peace out.